up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make it.
Look, I'm over here not paying any attention. How is everyone? Hope the sound is good. I do have the mic going down. I didn't even check to make sure it had the right mic. Mic settings. Oh, okay, it did. I was on here earlier. I did an interview and but I forgot about having my mic hooked up, and we'll see how that works. I'm still trying to learn how to use the stupid thing. Hey, T-Pex. Hey, Bubbles. Hi, Stephanie. And Stevie. Hello. I think that's it for the moment that's popping in. If you're watching in the bushes, that's fine. If you don't mind everybody knowing you're here, say hi. And make sure to go over and hit the thumbs up if you will. I only have it on one version today instead of the two, because that's kind of a pain in the ass. And some people are in one and some in the other, and they can't see each other, and it just gets to be a mess. And yes, I'm talking with my hands like I'm doing an orchestra. Uh, I was gonna go live over on TikTok with Perez Hilton a while ago, and it just wasn't working. Like it, and several were saying they were having a hard time getting it um, to do battle style. I guess I don't know. I never go live over there. I've got to start doing that because I have two more now to build up for my 30 minutes, so I can have a guest on panel. That way, um, kind of weird over there when you don't have nobody up there to talk with. Um, so I hope everybody had a good weekend. Our weather is absolutely beautiful. Hey, Pink Sands. Hi, hon. Loving our weather right now. It's not going to be so fun at Christmas because then it's not going to feel Christmassy because it's going to be like 80 degrees. Oh, Stephanie, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. Oops. This one is the one I wanted. I appreciate that so very much. Miss Fancy Pants. Hello, my friend. Um, I don't know. People are going, wait, she's friends with her? Yes, because we didn't have beef. Uh, technically, technically, I look. I will call the truce and be friends with everybody at least once. But me and Fancy Pants didn't have any issues, and I got my snack. I don't know if y'all were over there on TikTok with me. You heard me say I wanted something to munch on. I went and got something before I started the live. Now I feel like it's in my teeth. I'm doing this number. Hi, Joy. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, call me foot. Hello. Look, hold on. I feel like I really had something in my teeth. It's about to drive me nuts. And I don't want to pick my teeth on camera because that's just rude. I have my phone open too, that if I need to do anything, I can. Watch it go off and be ringing stupid. So, there was a few that said they were gonna come and might wanna come on panels. So my link is pinned to join me. Um, Let me know in the when you come backstage that you're there and who you are. If I can't recognize you, if you don't want your camera on, we don't want ping bombs because then that's a whole other mess. Which I can put a screen up to protect us, but you know, those people are weird. Snacks are always needed. Well, and look, with my weight loss, I do this where I'm like wanting something like crazy, and then I take 2 bites. I'm like, oh, I don't want no more. Like literally, hey Stella, my husband has learned the trick and the look on my face when I'm eating dinner and I'm really liking dinner, and I'm like trying that last bite that I want to finish, and I'm just sitting there going, "Yeah, it's not a good thing." So now he's learned the look and he takes my plate before I get there. Um, yes, we're gonna eat popcorn. Stella, I hope you're having a good weekend, honey. I texted you back the other day. I have just been crazy busy. I had my market last weekend and it was super busy. And then we had orders to finish up. It's just been crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy pants. So tonight we're gonna do a blind react, guys, because I did not watch Into the Weeds Saturday. I had so much going on, and so I wanted to blind react to it. Um Stevie says, Brandy, what are your thoughts on Perez covering some of this? You know, and he admits he's about the money on it. He knows that he's gonna capitalize on it. I think that he will be one to get people to look at it where we've been well, I'm new on the tooth train, have been trying to. Um T-Pex, it's hard, isn't it? I mean, us OGs, it's kind of hard to stomach some of this. Yes, Perez Hilton. Um And so I'm gonna try to go on, at some point. It was just acting really stupid over on TikTok. And so when I do, I will make sure that we get a clip of it so that I can share for those that aren't over on the TikTok. Um, Strategic Eyes. Are you talking about with him covering it, Strategic Eyes kind of thing, or is that a content creator? Y'all know I don't know half the people. Like all these new people, Bubbles and I were having that conversation earlier. I was like, I don't know who any of those are. I don't care. Let's just talk about what's coming out. You know what I mean? Um, Sloan did. Okay, I'll have to look at that one. Um, I'm so like I'm trying to keep up with what's happening here and what's coming out, but then I'm also entrenched in the drama and the trauma community. So it is just crazy. True Crime and Strategic Eyes is an active SVU detective covering the vid. Oh, well, y'all send me the link to their channel or drop it in the chat if my mods have it. Um, it's very weird. And we felt that way last year when people started coming out and acting like they knew everything, and we're all sitting there going, "Bitch, you weren't even there." Like we're talking about the stuff from 2019 and none of them were there. And Pink Sand says, I don't think he's serious about it, but it's still exposure for us. Yes. I think he will have eyes on it that most of us are not gonna get. I mean, he has said he's gonna listen to all sides of it and talk about it. Um, yes, ma'am, Stella. We're gonna do a blind react to some more videos that were released on Saturday. Um, I didn't watch them Saturday. What was I doing yesterday? Wrapping presents. Oh, I was wrapping presents. I think when they went live and I'm trying to get ready because we're doing Christmas here. You know, I Just love you. I do miss your fancy videos, so they are the best. Is 1980 here? Did I miss her? Oh, 1980. Hello. I missed you. I'm sorry. Did I miss anybody else? Y'all, did y'all see the video that she did the other day with her little Airbnb that they're at? Oh my god, that is the cutest Airbnb I've ever seen in my life. Like, I want to go there. Hi, Cherokee. Welcome. Thank you, Stella. Thank you. You know, when you lose over 100 pounds, it feels really good. Okay. Hi, Sally's Potions. So, where was I at? Pew, 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 pew. Like, my ADD kicks in so bad. It kicks in so bad. Um, and do be looking. So Dawn with the cutting board is going. She wants to do a reaction video to some of the stuff I've said. So I'm curious to see because y'all know I love her. So I'm curious to see what she has to say. Um, Hello into the weeds. I did do an interview with Toddy today that she should be putting out. I don't know when. Um, in the next few days, I'm sure. For her Everybody Has a Story to Tell channel. And it was a very good interview. We had a good time. And kind of got some stuff out there and talked about all of the things. And did I say hi to Joy? Joy, I think I said hi to you, didn't I? Because it just dawned on me I seen your name. If I have missed anybody, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Um, Sometimes I get to talking and forget to pay attention, and then I pay attention, and then I miss some, and I feel bad. So, um, but my moms are trying to keep me on track. My girls are amazing. They work really hard at keeping me on track, and T-Pex can tell you that can be challenging. Uh, Gypsy, Gypsy said Perez ain't nobody. Her and Paris Hilton are friends on TikTok or IG. I can't remember which. Well, she's gonna do what Gypsy does. It just is. Um, and who knows? They may be watching. Hey guys, come talk. It's fine. You're not gonna come and scream at me though, because I'm not gonna play. Um, we can have good conversation or not conversation. There's that. But yeah, Paris Hilton don't give a shit about her. I don't give a shit about her. 30,000 views in 4 hours. Holy crap! Y'all send me that link. Did y'all send it to me? I don't know if y'all did or not, but make sure y'all do. Um, Cherokee says, "I thought you were anti-Jipper." Me? Uh, do you mean Gypsy supporter? Is that what you mean, Cherokee? Yes, I was a Gypsy supporter. I have for a very long time. The first videos that Into the Weeds put out, where Gypsy is talking about offering up her 13-year-old daughter to the father to take their virginity, did me in. And my last live that I did, I explain a lot of that and how I come to where I'm at right now. So we won't go into that tonight because I don't want to be repetitive. But it's the last live. If one of the mods will drop that, so they'll have it. I'll make a Gypsy playlist. I have a fancy playlist. I might as well make a Gypsy playlist. And and so that's where we're at now. So yes, I was. And to be honest, if she was to come out, she did her was it a story she did where she did this whole thing talking about learning from that and whatever it was she said. And then all of a sudden it was about being abused. Had she come out and said, "Look, I was so stupid. I was wrong. I should have never said anything like that. I know how ridiculous that is. I would never, I made horrible decisions. I have learned from that. I am not like that now. And I've grown from my past and moved on." I would have been sitting here going, that is taking accountability, right? We can all say that. That's not what she did. She started with accountability and then did the blame game. And to me, it just threw everything else out the window. Um, see, grocery shop for Christmas dinner this evening. I hate going public. Oh, I did that the other day, completely done, and we had to go get a few things today because I need to hang pictures. I haven't hung pictures in my new house yet, and so we gotta hang pictures. We couldn't find our picture stuff, so I had to go get some. Um, you know, when I went out the other day and spoke why I've changed my mind, I felt that I owed that to everybody I had who had ever listened to me or knew that I was a Gypsy supporter. I owed people the truth on why I stopped supporting, and that's what I did the other day. And I'm gonna continue to share things and comment on things. So, with that said, let's jump over and listen to Into the Weeds, and they are in the chat. Welcome, ladies, and thank you for the hard work and everything y'all are doing. I started the video a while ago. I haven't watched it, but I started it a while ago so I could get it to where y'all start playing the videos. And the first part of it, I was hooked. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I'm like, "Wait a minute, blind wreck." And so I paused it. So we're actually gonna have to listen to the very first part that y'all play as y'all's intro. So Gypsy posted to her story that people should focus on their relationship with Lord and log off. Okay. Um, I thought you said keep making content. I have to take that clip myself because it's hilarious. So, take some ownership, hon. Grow up. Grow up. Um, I don't know. Is she still blocked? I don't even know how long everybody timed her out for the other day. 1980 says, I haven't had a chance to watch their Saturday live yet either. I was at the Christmas party, so this is my first time seeing some of these too. Cool beans. And the link is pinned if anybody wants to come up and commentate with me. Um, yeah, Bubbles, she's watching. It's fine. Look, she can click the link. She might be blocked from here, but she can click the link. So let's see what do we got here. What am I missing? Who brought the Pepsi? Oh, thank you, Cherokee girl. Thank you so very much. Um, let your little light shine. I appreciate that. There's no fancy playlist. I do have a fancy playlist, y'all. Okay, so let's start it from the very beginning. Because I listened to like 3 minutes and I'm like going, oh my god, so we're gonna have to play this too. Um, but I do want y'all to make sure y'all go over, and I'll drop this link here in just a minute. But y'all do make sure y'all go over, give them a like and some love and support for the hard work that they are doing. Because if it was not for them, this stuff wouldn't be out here. And if you cannot hear it, make sure to say something in the chat because I am working with this new mic and I may have to unplug it.
Oh, I guess we are live, so I don't know what happened to my intro. Here we go. Can you hear this?
Hello, my love. Happy birthday. Today is the most amazing day of the year because it is your special day.
The sound went out.
Just today is all about you. And so that's why I'm making you this special video. And I hope today is the most perfect birthday because it has me in it. So I was thinking that I'd tell you different reasons why I love you so much. I love you because you are the most perfect, sweet, gorgeous, sexy, most romantic man I've ever known and that ever will exist. You are my prince, my king, my everything. And I will never ever stop loving you. Hey, baby, as you can see, I've changed again. I look more and more like a 13-year-old.
Oh,
As you can
Jesus.
tell, I have a lot of clothes that look like a 13-year-old. I'm wearing like a Hello Kitty little dress. But anyway, I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about you. Like I was saying before, I have so many reasons to love and adore you, and I find that you are intriguing, and I don't know what I'd ever do without you. Like I said before I met you, I only went on the dating site to kind of see what was out there. I wasn't actually expecting to find my soulmate. Before I met you, I had plans to become a nun, and I didn't really know if that's what I wanted to do with my life, or if I wanted to see if I could find my soulmate.
Okay, y'all, just hold on. Am I at the, like a nun? Did she seriously say that? Hey, Stella. How are you, honey? Can you hear me? Can you hear us? May I
Yes, I hear you.
turn your YouTube
I
in the
shut
background
off. I shut off YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, it was echoing.
I'm
Y'all,
sorry, I look a wreck tonight, girls. I've been
You're-
up since 5 o'clock.
girl, you're gorgeous.
Morning.
So, y'all,
Hi, y'all.
did she literally just say she wanted to be a nun? I've never heard that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let's finish this part.
Well, maybe a nun with like devil horns.
Right? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's listen to what they say here.
So I took a chance, and I met the most wonderful man I've ever known. That's you, of course. And I'm just so happy that we're together and that we're happy. And I know we've had fights and arguments, but we've made it through with flying colors. And I've come to love and adore every part of you. And I know that you love and adore every part of me. And I'm happy that we can be honest with each other and tell each other anything. And we don't have to worry about keeping up appearances or whatever. You'll always be my handsome prince. And I know that I will always be your beautiful princess. I think that our future together will be bright and happy, and I think that together we can plan this out so perfectly, so whenever we meet, it all just falls into place. And I know that things are really, really difficult because I have a very strict mom, and if she knew anything about this, I'd be in so much trouble. I'd probably go to jail, and you too, because technically I'm underage, but I'd get in trouble because I've lied so much, and I've promised her that I wouldn't
Well,
lie.
she looks
But
like a baby.
because I
So
love and adore you so much, I'm willing to take that risk. And I swore I made a vow to protect both of us so we won't get in any trouble. So by the time we meet, I'll be like 21, so we won't get in any trouble. We can, start to see each other and start to make our relationship more.
Amber, are y'all still in the chat? When was this video? Because she's trying to say she's underage and they're going to meet when she's 21. So when was this video taken? Because for one, she knew how old she was when they started talking. And two, just one of the other videos y'all shared, she was already of age in saying she was of age. I don't remember how old she said she was, but she wasn't underage. And if they're going to meet when she's 21, so if she's underage, we know she's not, then that would hit her at 17. They're going to meet in 4 years, 5 years. Like, what the hell? She's
maybe she's 17 here.
Yeah, she gives her. Yeah, Millennial says she gives her different personalities, different ages, and to be confusing for Nick.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's supposed to be 17 or is she supposed to be 5?
Well, a while ago she said she looked 13, but she's supposed to be.
No, her facial structure shows to me like maybe 17, 18.
Well, but here she would have been in her early 20s.
Really?
Yes. Yes. So, and she's got a very young look to her even now, but she lied so much about her age all over the place. She doesn't even know half the time how old she is when she is talking about how old she is.
No,
And
she's a very pretty girl. I
and
mean,
there's times that she admits how old she is, and there's times she takes it back and she's a different age. So she's all over the place. Like, how do you keep up with it? Let's see.
I don't know how you kept up with it.
Well, evidently we didn't. But all right, let's finish this part.
public. And probably about the third trip you come on will be that trip that you propose, which I'm not like forcing it on you or anything. I want it to be completely all your idea. But I picked out a perfect place that I think would look really, really nice, and it would be really special. It would be a beautiful moment. And I've been planning our wedding. I've been thinking a lot about it and trying to think of the perfect dress and perfect church and different kind of things like that. I'm very excited because it's something that I've been dreaming about for a while. And I even made like this note with everything I'd want my soulmate to be like and to look like and everything, and even his voice. And when I met you, you have all those qualities, like even your voice. It's exactly how I wanted it to speak. Sorry, hiccup. It's exactly how I wanted it to be. And I wouldn't change a hair on your head. That's why you say sometimes you want to change different little things about yourself. Don't. You're perfect the way you are. Even your bad side, even Master, even that part of you is perfect because he makes me stronger and makes me strive to make you happy. And he pushes me to do things that I didn't really have the confidence to do. So, I mean, meeting you was the best and most perfect thing that I could have ever. I'm blessed. Truly, I am. I mean, I could not have asked for a better soulmate than you. And so I'm blessed that you came into my life. You're like this guardian angel that has blessed me with such perfect life now. And I can't wait to share it with you. I can't wait to be in person with you and enjoying every moment together. We'll be like little puppies, always playing with each other and having fun and laughing. And I can tell by your sense of humor, your sense of humor is just like mine. So we'll be chasing each other around. I'll be jumping on you, kissing you all the time, and I'm sure you'll be doing the same. So we'll have a lot of fun. And I think that our playful side is what makes our arguments go away. It makes it easy to make up because I know that there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. So no matter if we fight or if I do something wrong, I'll always admit that I'm sorry, and I'll always try and be a better person and be better to you. I know that I've put you through a lot of different things. Like Master brought it to my attention that during one of my freakouts, I had forced you to go out in a blizzard. And I want you to know I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that till recently. So I won't put you through any more of that kind of crap.
Oh, she's looking for her mama.
I have no doubts at all anymore about us. I know that we'll get through anything. And I know that I've come to accept every part of you, and I've come to accept anything that is to come. So you are my perfect everything. I love and adore you, my amazing, perfect, wonderful soulmate.
Okay, so those of y'all in that area, can y'all tell where that parking lot is? Where are they at? Because Dee Dee was inside doing something, and she stayed in the car waiting for her mama.
But not to interrupt you, the car was moving in the beginning of the video. So Dee Dee was driving that car?
Was it moving or was she just
Yes,
moving?
it was. And then it stopped there.
Okay.
If you want to go back a little bit, you'll see they were driving and they landed in front of this tree.
No, Millennial says it wasn't moving. So let's look. Let me.
Go
I
back.
think it was how she was doing.
Her body movements.
Yeah, it's just her body movement. See
Okay.
how it's
'Cause
moving there.
it looked
Yeah,
like
see, she's facing it this way, and then she
right.
moves it, so it looks
Okay.
like the car
Okay,
moves.
so she switched the camera.
Yeah, she's just moving the camera around.
Okay.
But she was definitely looking for her mama. Oh my God, what did Dawn do? What did
And you can move me up from this corner so you can see your your when you highlight people.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let me go look back over here. Where are we at? Yeah, Gypsy just turned the view. Let's see. Did I miss any comments? I was just kind of trying to figure out where they were at in that parking lot. What parking lot, what store that is, where would Dee Dee might have been. But she was definitely looking for her mama there towards the end.
So I guess she wasn't really locked up if she had her own phone.
No, she was never locked up.
Oh, well.
No. The videos they've been showing, Gypsy is live or doing videos in the bathroom, in Dee Dee's room, in the living room. It's daylight. She's loud. So it wasn't nothing that we've ever believed. Nothing we've ever believed. Yeah, it does look like it's like a little strip mall area, Millennial.
It's very off.
Yeah, it just, ugh.
The whole video is very off.
Oh, that one looked normal compared to some of the others. Girl, some of the others are so awkward that it's cringe. She spent 12. I don't even want to talk about the toothbrush, guys. Ugh. Ooh. Y'all have grossed me out with that. She evidently had sex with her toothbrush. And there's evidently video of it. Yeah. Yeah. Just lovely. Could be the one in front of Barnes and Noble. Maybe. Okay, so let's see what this part is. And I was stuck on that nun comment. Her talking about she had thought about being a nun. I had never heard that before, and it just is so funny with the sexual fetishes that this girl has that she ever thought she could be a nun. Like, huh? Makes no sense.
Does she really have a baby?
Yes. Oh yeah, she has a baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's when I stopped watching and following her really. Like,
yeah. I've seen pictures, and of course they've been sent out to everybody else, and they've been posted all over. So
yeah. So here, there's like nothing coming through. There isn't anything. There's not one thing coming through about her anymore.
Well, there won't be on mainstream media. Nobody is talking about it on mainstream
No,
media.
not even like on mainstream, on my YouTube page. There's nothing.
Dawn's cracking me up.
All I know is Nick is still he's in jail for life and his appeals have run out. And I still like scratch my head and say, like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, it has been crazy. Into the Weeds did their Foia for once Nick was done with his appeals. There was access to his stuff, but you had to Foia it. And they did a Foia. They paid the money for it, which was way fancy. Was trying to tell everybody it was $30-some. It was way the fuck more than that. It was like $736 or $746. I mean, it was between $700-800 that they paid just for the video and stuff. They paid a lot of money. And
that's how the courts are making the money now.
And they have done the work at going through these. They are literally watching everything before they put it out to make sure it's not inappropriate, because they have accidentally gotten things that are very inappropriate that was not supposed to be put out. Or Amber has watched things that will scar her mind forever. There's not enough bleach in the world to get rid of some of the things the girl has seen. And so let's see. Still claims in her book too that she did want to be in. Did she? See, I did the audiobook and I don't remember that part, Millennial. So I'll have. I was telling Toddy today I'm going to go back and read the actual book again and play at the same time I'm listening to the audio to see the differences and try to
What audiobook?
Gypsy's book. Her
Oh,
My
she
Time
wrote
to
a
Stand
book.
book. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
How well is it doing?
well, I mean, it went pretty good in the beginning, but then she come out and started telling stories that were and saying that things were wrong in the book, that she never read it and didn't check everything and things were wrong, and so she was going to rewrite it. So she says that that's why it was pulled off the shelves, but I suspect it was something different than that.
Yeah,
Um,
so do I. Come on now. If it was a self-published book, that's different.
yeah. Okay, so let's finish here and see what this one is. Good Lord, I'm scared.
Showing you a video because I have a opportunity to. So I'm really happy about that.
Is that echo from you guys, or is that what I'm playing that's
I
echoing?
hear it on your end. I don't hear it like from me. When you and
And
I speak, there's no echo. So
Amber
it's
said a while
fine.
ago that she apologized for the sound difficulty, so I don't know if that's on her end or here, but I'm gonna fix it if it's my end. So it was up for Book of the Year at CrimeCon, Amber says.
For
Yeah,
the
so
book,
technically, I forgot about this. There's technically two
became
books.
like a New York Times bestseller. So
Well,
it didn't
there's
do well.
technically two books. There's the one that she wrote right out of prison, and then the My Time to Stand book. Okay, so it's their audio, so we're good. Okay.
Well, happy birthday! Today is the most awesome day of the year because it is the day of my soulmate's birth. So I'm gonna sing you happy birthday first, and I'm gonna talk.
Oh, God.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my love. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Now it's talk. Clear my throat. Well, it is a beautiful spring day in the town of Springfield. So I hope it's a nice day in Waukesha for you. I was trying to think of any like jokes or anything I can talk about, but I'm just naturally funny. Goodness gracious. Trying to think of something. Well, if I was with you, I would be giving you an awesome birthday present because it's kind of a habit of mine. I like to buy things for those I love. So I'd buy you something that you like. And tonight I would be giving
I'm gonna pause real quick. Y'all, we know she wasn't gonna buy shit, she'd have stole it. Or Demona would have stole it. But yeah, sorry, I digress. I'll keep going.
you a romantic night. And no, that's what we would be doing. And goodness, I just really wish I was there to celebrate with you because that would be a lot of fun. And I would just love to be with you and hang out with you. And I love the videos you gave me. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like rolling on the floor laughing. You're so funny and cute and adorable. And I'm so happy that you're mine. So I love and adore you, my amazing birthday king. I hope you have a happy one. Bye, honey. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing blue. It's a blue nightgown. Bye.
I was gonna say that was a nightgown, but man, it did not fit.
Oof.
I'm gonna need Tylenol for this.
I'm gonna need I need a goddamn tranquilizer for this.
Oh,
Come on, man.
I mean, this one isn't as awkward. The others have seemed very
No, I watched the others on your channel the other night, but like, oh my God.
but it's definitely God, it's so odd. Like
Just-
Jesus Christ, I
It's
don't
not normal.
but at least look, like this is just she was doing a cute birthday video, so it's not like she's being demonic and sexually deviant and all the things. So there's that. Um, I don't I ugh, y'all, I just don't know. I don't know what to think about any of it anymore. Okay, and the next one is a Nick video.
Poor
Okay,
bastard.
let's see what's in this one.
To make a video for you that has to do with your birthday. I did say I was gonna make one, but I was waiting until I got home. And then obviously the weekend with my spiritual brother, so I couldn't do it then. Now it's the day after he left, meaning Monday. He wasn't here. I waited a day after he wasn't here after that because I don't know, I was just trying to get back up, caught up on sleep and such. Anyway, just there, alright, I'll say that now. Happy birthday to you, darling. It wasn't a good happy birthday. Yes, I know you're 19 now, honey. It's a good thing you turned 19. Next year will be 20, then 21. And then, yeah, big moment from that point on. Because we both know that. But, yeah, figured I'd say that to you, dear. You just have a lot going on in my mind right now. Reason why I don't seem, like, cheerful. Seem more mellow at the moment. I'm not sure how to put in words here. Well, I'll end this video with saying I hope you did get everything on your birthday that you wanted. That's obviously including my one thing I did get on time, which was my what do you call it? Oh, my letter. I'm not messing with you. What letter? No, not letter, honey. I'm talking about your story I gave you. Or mine. Yeah. Alright, dear. I'll say good night to you, and then that's everything. Oh, great. I'm so tired, eh? I'm very different. I didn't seem that tired earlier. Nah, can't be tired. Got eyebrows still my eyes, though. Oh, yeah. Definitely still do. Alright, dear. Time to do that. I love a door. And where's up your sweetheart? And, good night, darling. Hopefully this video was worth watching. Like I said, I have a lot on my mind that I was gotta be a little more colorful. As you know, I can be irresistibly colorful at times. But, yeah, there. Oh, what the hell? I'll reassure you one more time. Just because, I might be the only one actually reassures you, or reassures the other on camera more than once, but I don't know. That's a big thing to me is being reassured or being the one to reassure you. That's something big to me. Now, the reason why I want to do it though is because I figured you wanted me to show my other part of me. It's not like I'm trying to force myself to. It's just that. God darn it. It's just that I feel like I should. So here we go, dear. And hopefully you do enjoy this video. I'm writing myself here, sweetheart. I love, adore, and worship you, my lovely sweetheart. And unite my true love. Alright, good night, kiss, darling. And then hopefully you love my German tongue rolling accent of mine. Since there is one benefit of me being 25% German. Sleep well, my love. And hopefully this video did make you smile.
Oh my God.
His
So thanks for that about the closed captioning. Sorry, I should have had that turned on, guys, because it would have been easier to understand. He's got a very low tone voice, and he doesn't speak real clearly. It's like he's not opening his mouth, so it's very mumbled like. And I'm deaf in one ear, so I really can't fucking hear. So I'm like literally, I've got to get a good headset. Bubbles. That's one thing I've been researching to find me a good headset because I want one like the creator I follow has that she picks up everything.
Very
But
sad.
huh?
It's a very sad situation.
It
I'm
it is.
sorry.
Just trying to edit her German Wikipedia page. I saw on Reddit today. Oh wow. Is that the video where he was rolling his R's? Yes, he was rolling his R's. So he was calling it German rolling to represent his German culture. See, and I have not listened to all the prison emails, and so I need to go back and do that. But everything we've heard of him and Gypsy talking about doing, we see her doing with Ken and Ryan. Like she's talking about moving to Germany. She's wanting to go to Alaska. She's wanting to do this. She's wanting everything she's talked about with Nick. She's also talking about with her ex-husband and her fiance or boyfriend, baby daddy, whatever the hell we want to call him. So it's just so strange. Let's see. What about the Redditors?
I mean, I don't even know what to say about all of this. I still don't think this boy should be in jail for like his life.
Oh no, I have no problem with him being in jail. I'm not opposed to him having a better trial. But Nick's not okay to be out either. He's just, in my
Well,
opinion,
he wasn't okay there either, and he was out.
no, he's just not. He's not. He has proven that he would do this again because he can be manipulated.
Yes.
And alerting German Wikipedia. Okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. German Wikipedia. Let's see. Oh, this is cute. This is cute. Cherokee girl says, "Weeds, quick! You're up on the shelf is by you." Because Laura's wearing an elf costume. Red flag. What you give me a red flag? Oh yeah, red. He's sadly, Nick did not get the help he needed when he was younger, and he was failed horribly. And
did the system fail him, or did his parents fail him? Who failed him?
I think everybody failed Nick.
Right.
I don't think, because remember, I mean, this crime happened in 2015, and I can go back to 2015,
like 10 years, right?
And I can look at what I thought about autism and what I thought I understood about autism, and where we are now, and what we do know. I don't know that his parents were educated enough on all of his disabilities, not just his autism, but all of his disabilities, to get him the proper help. And they had their own issues in life. And so
well, it was a broken family, correct?
Yes.
So he was living with his mom and stepfather, or was he living with his dad and no?
He had lived with both. Now, he was, at the time of the crime, he was with his mom and stepdad, but he had lived with his dad, Bobby, for a bit, and then went back. And Bobby doesn't believe in any kind of medications. Nick does not either. He didn't. I don't know if that's changed, but a couple of years ago when I talked with him, he did not believe in medications. So And that's a problem when you have somebody that needs to be medicated to help with the mental illnesses. And I don't know that he's ever been truly diagnosed with proper mental illness issues, which we can look at and see that there's something seriously going on. But I
Well, you
don't
can see in
know.
his eyes.
Right.
You know, it's a blank empty space. His eyes are just dark. They're just nothing.
Yeah, he's just a lost soul. I was telling
He
Bubbles
is. He's a
today.
lost soul. No
I told
doubt
Bubbles
about
today. I
it.
said, one of them was fire and one was a match. Sorry,
Mhm.
one was gasoline and one was a match.
Mhm.
And on gasoline can be used for good and a match can be used for good. And when you put them together, it's a huge explosion. And that's what happened here, in my opinion. I think they were both these little weird souls, very dangerous individuals. And when you put them together, it was just
Mhm.
and a very toxic situation. And it's sad. It's sad all the way around.
It is. There's really no winners.
No, no. Technically, Dee Dee lost everything. So
Oh, you didn't
The
click
only
share
thing that I
screen.
remember, and just pause that for a second, was when they did the initial walkthrough of Dee Dee's house, and I saw that cabinet. And I think it was in the kitchen, maybe, and it had all of those prescription drugs. Like, just she had her own pharmacy in there. So
a
were
lot
they
of them were expired. A lot of them were for
right?
breathing things and things like that. But there was something that I caught. I think 1980 and I are kind of on the same page on this. Everybody always assumed that it was Dee Dee that was keeping that all organized. But if you look at the rest of the house, it's very chaotic and just a total quarter pit. But everything Gypsy had when they were showing the videos or the video that she did showing all the baby clothes that Demona stole,
Mhm.
everything's in Ziploc bags and labeled and organized, which is how the medicine cabinet was, which is how the money stuff was,
So
which
then,
is how
do you think that Gypsy
I I
ransacked the
am
place?
starting to think that Gypsy is the one that kept the things that were organized and tidy like that medicine closet. I am starting to feel like it could have very well have been Gypsy because
Yeah, because that
he
medicine cabinet was so organized, and the whole house was in such disarray.
right. Right. So I kind of when 1980 said it the other day as I was thinking it and I'm like, "Oh my god, like this is so very much could very well have been her with the organized stuff because the other stuff that Dee Dee they claim was Dee Dee's was not organized. I mean, the bedroom was a mess, that spare room was a mess, the kitchen was a disaster. I mean, things
The
were just
back,
chaotic.
that back, whatever they had in the back, that where they said that we thought she might have changed her up.
Right,
Remember the little
the shed, yeah.
the shed.
Yeah, the shed.
It just didn't add up to me that there was just certain organization in certain spots, but then everything else looked like it had been hit with a hand grenade.
Right. So I am now seriously
I'm
questioning
questioning it. I've always questioned it.
when you see how Gypsy kept the baby clothes, when you see how she keeps stuff now, and when she talks about Ryan setting off a trauma response to her because of how clutterbug he was, because it reminded her of her mother, um, and her needing things a specific way. The only things in that house that were a specific way was the money, the medicine cabinet, and her baby clothes and stuff that she was doing.
But Dee
Everything
Dee had
else was
money in a
disarray.
safe, right? Didn't Dee Dee have money in a safe or something like a
Yeah, yeah,
strong box?
yeah. See, what do they say?
I don't know. I know that like there's people on here that are pro Dee Dee and whatnot. I still don't feel that she was a saint.
Oh, no, she was not a saint, not at all. There was a con happening.
I think there was a con going. She used the system The hurricane happened. She got her dream, her little house, her dream house. And then Gypsy grew up and learned to out manipulate her mother, maybe. Just not sure anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it was a violent death. And I think looking at the size of the two of them, I think Dee Dee could have fought one or both of them off on her own.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to look. Let's not do the conspiracy on how the murder happened because that just
I'm
makes
not.
people go crazy.
I'm just questioning things.
So Karen says, but when did the house fall apart? Because in the current videos there is no clutter. Gypsy probably set her stuff aside for Christy and Rod to pick up after the crime, or herself to grab and disappear. So in the videos, we see the bathroom, we see kind of the living room, and I think
we saw the kitchen.
And I think it's Dee Dee's bedroom. I don't know that I've seen the kitchen in the videos. So
maybe not on your videos, but I've seen the kitchen on like the crime
No,
scene.
I'm talking. We've seen it in the crime scene. I'm talking about the videos that Gypsy's put out, that Gypsy made, that they're playing.
Not on Gypsy's. I saw them many years ago before I even knew you.
That's in the That's in the Foia stuff of the crime scene. That's totally different. Right. What she's asking is when did it happen? Because what we've seen is very tidy. Those rooms were also tidy in the crime. Well, the bedroom wasn't. Dee Dee's bedroom was not tidy. It was kind of a mess. But even Gypsy's bedroom was a mess.
Total mess.
The only room that was organized was that medicine closet in the bathroom.
Correct.
So everything else was a mess. So I don't know when it went downhill. Did it go downhill because Dee Dee had gotten sick, or was
maybe
when did that happen?
Somebody was slipping something into her food and drugging her. I'm not sure.
Right. No, I don't think it was that, because that would have been in the toxicology.
Oh, yeah. So her autopsy and everything came back normal other than the stab wounds.
Right.
Okay.
And the health issue. I mean, she had some health issues. She had diabetes. There had been, Lord, I don't remember it now. I have it in my, Kendall and I did a video breaking all that down. But let's see. Am I missing anybody over here? Liar. Okay. So let's go and see what he says here.
Okay. Hold on. Let me remove it. Okay.
As per usual, you guys are going to have to give us a little bit of feedback on if you can hear it right or not.
Okay.
Hey, my lines. I had to make this video today. As you know, today is June 20th. It is the day of what was supposed to be my trial. I had to wait for 5 people before my actual case. So it was 5 cases before me. So pretty much what happened was I had to wait for 4 of them. Then they had a recession. Then the 5th one was after that. Then it was me. You know, the recession obviously is where they take a break. It's like, it's somewhat similar to like a play. They always take breaks for plays and such. Anyways, I just had to give you this video because I had to make sure you both were relieved. I think Dimona was more collected about the situation than Gypsy, from what it sounded like. I know that Dimona was still worried, but not as worried as Gypsy is, just because of how much I mean to Gypsy. Dimona, I know I mean a lot to her too, though. I'm not going to exclude her out of that because I know that she wants to be my submissive / dominant one out of both sides of my soul. Well, Gypsy doesn't mind being the submissive one all the time. As for, I don't even know why I'm saying this. You both already know it. You both already know this. But obviously, you both are meant to be submitted towards your Master Victor, obviously. How I can be submitted to either of you, even though most likely it's more going to be like, Dimona. She's going to be the one I'm always being submitted towards. Anyways, yeah, sweethearts. Now, this is what happened in the trial, as I know you both really want to know, and I figured I'd tell you on camera. When I get nervous, I put all the pieces together of all the signs. when the bird was falling and then it landed and then it recovered and then flew away, what that pretty much meant was when I stutter, that's usually when I get nervous. I got nervous enough to actually stutter today, but then I was still able to answer the questions. I did stutter pretty much almost the entire time I was up. That only happens when I get nervous to the point I don't know what to say. I freeze. Yeah, I freeze. I kind of said it just there because I was just trying to think a little faster. Let's just say this: when it comes to your master Victor, I always have trouble keeping up with his thinking process, how fast he thinks. So I don't think I'll have any trouble with you two, neither of my darlings. I don't think I'll have any trouble with either of you, because at least you're human like I am, while your master Victor is a vampire. So he's meant to be hard to keep up with, since I guess naturally vampires are naturally too, what is the word I'm thinking of? They're natural to have a constant thinking process that's insanely quick. I guess from what he told me, vampires are, what was the actual times? They think 1,000 times faster than a human does. So yeah, that's the reason why I have a very hard time keeping up with them. There's times I'll actually have to keep up with even you. But that's only when I get nervous. Otherwise, when I'm happy and I have all my worries and nervousness, all those reasons I shouldn't, all those feelings I shouldn't have, when those are all gone, I seem completely normal. So as if I don't have autistic traits like my Asperger's syndrome I have. I don't even seem to show it. But anyways, as my nose is running, another reason why I'm glad to tell you what I'm about to tell you. With the actual, what do you call it? The trial, it went as smooth as possible. Even though I stuttered like I did, I think the DA, the Belveth, which is pretty much like a, what do you call it? Like a sheriff. But he just watches over the judge, I guess, and everyone else in the court, make sure everything's in order. Them two, the judge, like everyone could tell that I had a disability by how much I was stuttering. But I did recover enough to be able to answer the question every single time I started stuttering. I recovered enough to answer. So overall, it went as quick as possible. So here's what happened with the actual signs. I can now debunk them for what I actually was able to think of. I forgot to tell you this online because I actually did think of it before the actual trial started. When I was waiting, I got bored, waiting for all 5 of those other trial, cases. I actually blacked out for a little while. I mean, I might have seemed like I was wide awake and such. I actually had a vision, and the vision was my actual trial, the actual way it was supposed to end. I didn't get to see the way it began, but just the way it ended, and it ended precisely, exactly as I was supposed to. Which was, I stuttered, just like the bird fell, and I had to recover, and then it flew away. Well, I right away got a trial date right away. I didn't have to answer many questions at all. I only had to answer general ones as if it was me that they were talking to, and I had the right address that they had and such and such. That's all I had to ask. Pretty much just 2 questions is all I really had to answer. And then right away I got to fly off, just like the bird did.
Oh
but that's pretty much what when I said the bird was flying off that way, and then it flew off this way and then landed, that pretty much meant that the part that I wasn't getting right was that the trial wasn't supposed to be fast, and it was fast. That's the part I could not debunk, and that's what Mother Nature was trying to show me. That's the reason why I kept on seeing them fly by. But yeah, after that vision, I was able to debunk it all, and I should have been less nervous when I went up there, but that didn't necessarily happen. I still ended up stuttering, and then I got my trial date, which is the 11th of November, which is 6 months after today, most likely. Well, it's just 6 months more. It's not necessarily 6 months after, because obviously today's the 20th and that's the 11th of November. That's not necessarily 6 months. Even though I've already been away from McDonald's for 3 months. So it'd be a total of 9 months altogether after I've done this. So not only that, I'm gonna stay away from that place for good. Unless if it's the gas station side of it, that might be the only reason I even go there. I'm not joking, sweethearts. That's probably the only reason I'll even go there. After the 6 months, obviously. Just so I don't get in any trouble. But yeah. After that has been taken care of, I'm not going there ever again. I hope you boycott that place too. It's not good for your diet. I've done enough research into that place and its food. You'd make your head spin if you knew exactly what goes on with the food that they sell. So I'm more than happy that I'm banned it from the place for as long as I am. I'm glad that I am. It's better for my diet anyways. And besides, they have a place that just opened up right across the street from there. It's called Woodman's. That place is freaking awesome. How cheap everything is. All the food there is. I mean, if you get a chance to move up here, or you actually end up living in Rocky Shop with me, that place, you'll be addicted to it like I am. The place is flipping huge, and it has so much variety to it. There's another grocery store down the street a little ways from it. Pick and Save. Anyways, Woodman's puts that place to shame. It does. They even have stuff from Arizona that I haven't even seen before, which I love drinking Arizona. Here's one I actually bought today. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. I did have to give up my knife, and I obviously have to pay $50, and then the court costs, obviously, whatever that might be, which might be a total together of maybe up to 300 instead of the 11,000, which was the max. Like what I had to deal with the fines, only be 300 to start as the max. So everything went on as smoothly as possible. All right, sweethearts, I'm gonna give you my goodnight kisses. I might just say goodnight to you for a victory day that we had today. We were able to overcome this day and have another day go on. Since I already have a 3 months head start, isn't like I'm gonna have any trouble staying away from the place. There's no reason for me to have any trouble. As long as you don't have your freakouts. I'm gonna explain this to you only one time, and I hope you get it this one time. From Monday to Thursday, that's 9 to 9 of the hours of the library. Which means you're gonna have a freakout on Monday through Thursday. Do not have one on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Sunday for sure not, because I can't even get online. That's usually that I have to stay at home because they don't even have any hours for that until like the school year, which I think starts in another, what is it? I think it's September. Yeah, September. But for Saturday, it's 9 to 1 right now for hours. And then for Friday, it's 9 to 5. So those are between those hours, you can freak out and I'll be able to get there. But do not freak out anymore. Any of those other time that I'm not able to be there. I hope you reassure me online that you will not freak out. Like I said, you will not freak out like that. I really hope you do it. But all right, sweethearts. I'm gonna give you both my goodnight kisses now. This one's for Gypsy. This one's for my Demona. And this one's for both of you. I love and adore you, my darlings. I hope this relieves you both that today went as well as possible. Good night, my sweethearts. And here's my goodnight kiss to both of you. Usually you only get to do it with your master victor online, but on here, at least you get to get it from me to both of you instead of just one. It's always nice. Since I know you have a good night ending usually, and now you get to see me do it now. All right, this is about you again, my darlings, and then I'll click out. But before I do this, since I really want to click out as soon as I do it, sweethearts, just one last thing I want to say. That is, besides you reassuring me that you are not going to freak out anymore along the hours that I told you not to, of whatever day it might be, like after 9 o'clock on a Thursday, do not do it. I'm saying 9 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, nighttime. Do not do it, because 9 o'clock, no matter what day it is, I cannot get online. So then do not do it. Unless if you could try to maybe call me. You haven't had a chance to really get any minutes, but yeah. All right. This is my good night kiss to both of you, and then I'm going to click out. And I hope this video reassures you both on the entire situation. And at least you got to see me again. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm freaking hot as hell right now. I'm gonna have to freaking open that freaking window back up. And I just wanted nothing to be really what's the word I'm looking for? Nothing to be really in the background that you don't need to hear. All you need to hear is me. So you're gonna have to close the damn window. I have to freaking open back up so this way I don't fucking get any more hotter. But anyways, I have
Okay. I'm guessing that was uh, a picture we didn't need to see. Y'all, he was losing me talking about the bird and I guess he was comparing. He lost me. I was so lost. I'm like, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
I'm done.
Oh, and like, so Demona and all of these other characters, the Victor.
So
and the
Damona's her alter ego?
Those are supposed to be role-playing situations. I have never in my life heard of people that do role-playing where he's literally sitting there saying, "This is for you and Demona," and Demona
For
will say
both
what
of
it's gonna
you. For
do.
both of you.
It's like they're trying to create dual personalities and have these multiple personalities. I don't understand it. I'm so hey Rebrand. I'm so confused by some of that. I don't. And I'm guessing he gave her a dick pic. I don't know.
Did you know about all of that back then?
No, none of this has ever been out.
Oh, so
No,
this
well,
is
wait,
all
hold on.
new.
So we knew that there were personalities, like they had the role playing thing. We knew about that. We knew about Demona, Kitty, Ruby. We knew
I don't
about
remember
them.
Demona.
Yeah, we had known there was different pictures that were different ones, and so we knew because some of that had been out. We didn't have these videos with her talking in the personalities. We didn't have any of that until Into the Weeds got this stuff. So, and that's why it changed a lot of things for me. Where it changed everything, to be honest. The more and more that I listen to, the more and more things change. What I want to know is how did she freak out? Was it in text messages? Was it in a video? Is that going to be some of the videos that we're fixing to see? Is her? I want to see what he's talking about on her freak out. I mean, I'm beginning to think, and people are going to be saying, finally, she's fucking woke up. I get it. I am beginning to think that she learned how to have her little meltdowns and freak out moments to get her way. With her mother, with anybody around her, with Nick. I mean, because he talks about that a lot in a lot of his videos. He talks about her freaking out and her freak out moments, and so that's big, big, big.
I think she wanted out of there. She knew she had to get out, and the only way she was going to get out was to do what she did.
No, I think I don't know. I used to think that. I think now it was more of a control. She needed to control things. And
right. And that would have been the control. She did what she did.
She could have got out. I think now, looking at it, she had opportunity. She had opportunity. It's not what we used to think. It's just not.
No, the dynamics have changed.
Yeah. So 1980 says, if I remember right, Nick texted 24 hours before the murder, will there be less freakouts in person? I want to say you're right there. That was one of the things that he had asked, because she was just people that I've known, and I'm just going to go to things I know about in real life. People that have these little meltdowns, constant meltdowns, do that to control the situation when they can't have things their way, when they need to change a narrative, when they need to have all eyes on them. And what we do know for a fact is Gypsy needed to be center of attention.
Well, she's sort of, I'm not a professional. Don't pretend to be one. She has a lot of narcissistic traits.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
It's a very dangerous personality right there.
It just see, and I didn't watch Karen. And by the way, Karen, when you came in, I was listening, so I didn't get to welcome you. Thank you for coming in. I have not watched a lot of the text message things, and I was one, they were doing that when I was going through a whole lot with the house, and so I just wasn't staying plugged in. And two, I guess I wasn't ready, to be honest. I don't guess I was ready to really look at a lot of this. And when it was the thing with the Rod's affair and talking to Gypsy about it, I struggled with that. For one, my friendship with Christy, and as a woman, it bothered me how he could be talking about this affair with his child, because I would never have talked to my children about something like that. It just wasn't healthy, and it bothered me, and I just couldn't stomach it. And I didn't want any other reason to go off on them, because I'd already kind of been ready to walk away from all of it. And I guess I just wasn't ready. I guess that's the only true answer that I can give, is I just wasn't ready, and I couldn't take it in. I just couldn't. And reading the text message thing, sometimes my brain can get lost quickly, and I'm like on organizing my underwear drawer kind of thing. Like my brain just goes south if I'm not able to really visualize what's going on, and that's why these videos kind of help me. He just never liked it.
Well, the videos they're like a learning tool. They bring us back to, how many years has this been? 10, 11, 12? I can't even remember.
It happened in 2015.
So we're 10 years.
Well, that was when the murder happened.
Right.
Their relationship started before that, in 2012, 2013, something like that. And like menopause, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie, menopause sucks. And I lose dates and names and things, and if I don't write it down, I have to look back on things. I just forget. I just fucking forget. It's awful. They do not warn you about menopause. My kids are complaining about their monthlies. I'm like, just wait till menopause. Let me tell you. And so I give them this big old thing. I'm like, Mom, seriously? And I'm like, look, nobody did that for me, and you guys are going to be prepared, because this sucks. Nobody prepares you for how bad it is.
Oh, I'm so done and over with that crap. Thank God.
Yes, Karen, she was 23 at the time of the crime. That's why I'm like, in the very first part of this, the Into the Weeds did, where she's talking about being underage and he would get in trouble. I'm like,
wait a minute. So she was 23 when she killed her mother? Like, do we really know that?
yes, she was 23.
Oh my God.
And she knew how old she was when her and Nick started dating. So she was lying to him about her age then. Or did she not know? Like, hell, I don't even know anymore. Did she know or did she not know? I don't even know anymore. I go back and forth on that, but it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wait, what did Rebrand say? Did I miss it? Hold on. Rebrand's always got something. Rebrand said, you tried to hold on to some vestige of what you've spent so long believing in, but seeing finally destroyed it. It did. And look, and I had told people, look, I don't like what Gypsy's doing now. I don't. And I didn't. And even when I was done dealing with her and defending her, I still was defending how I felt on the abuse aspect. And that even kind of changed somewhat. I mean, there still was, in my opinion, some psychological emotional abuse, because you can't isolate and teach a child to do a con and it not be, in my opinion, psychological abuse. And she wasn't, look, and I was talking in one of the discords the other day about, I don't believe in homeschooling. And if you homeschool, I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to be offensive, and please understand where I'm coming from. People that homeschool, typically, not all, typically, they're isolated. They don't have outside influence with other children. They're not going to the mall. They're not going to play dates. They're not in
Just
in
not
anything.
socializing.
There's no socialization, and so
No. There's
their
no birthday parties. There's no little celebrations,
right, their
celebratory
mind's view of
times.
what's happening in the world is very skewed because they don't have any experience, and it's also a way for parents to control and manipulate their children and brainwash, and that's how a lot of these church cults do with their homeschooling,
Of
is
course,
they
I
brainwash
agree.
their children, and I think anybody that homeschools should be required to deal with CPS checking on their children. I just
Mhm.
do. And because if you don't have anything to hide, then you don't have to worry about CPS coming after you because you ain't doing anything wrong. Because there needs to be some accountability. We're losing too many children to these cults and other things. And then you have Gypsy over here with this weird sexual deviant behavior going on because she had nobody to teach her what sex really was, and she reads 50
Uh,
Shades of Grey and loses her fucking mind thinking that's real life sex, and develops this very skewed version of what sex is, very unhealthy,
mhm.
and that is from the isolation. It just is, and and that's not gonna change for me. I mean, I the other stuff has changed, but that isn't.
I don't think
She
Dee was innocent here, though. I think she did manipulate the medical system.
she did. She did. Um
Um, she was very fortunate that Gypsy was like a small little framed girl, petite and tiny. She was able to hide it for as long as she did.
Right.
I don't think she ever anticipated that Gypsy is going to grow up and the roles were going to switch, if I'm making any sense, because I don't know. It's just
Well,
so.
I have always said that I feared that somebody in 2015 was going to die. It was either going to be Gypsy or it was going to be Dee Dee.
Yeah,
And
someone's going
and
down.
I
Yeah.
but I look at this now and I'm going, do I still feel that way? Or do I think that this was something Gypsy and her weird because they talk about sex and murder being a turn on and their role play. And so for me, that does change that a little bit on I don't know. I think that this might have always been her
Did
plan.
somebody, do you think somebody helped Gypsy plan this? Or do you think this was truly then?
I don't think we've seen anything that proves that. There's a lot of speculation out there. Um, but until I see it in black and white, I think
Mhm.
this was
No, that's just an honest question.
I think this was just
Her
her
brainstorm.
weird deviant mind. Her weird
Mm.
deviant mind. And it's very weird for me, y'all, to be on that train of thought with that because I've never believed that until recently.
No, you never
And
did. And I know you
and it's
6 years,
and it's
5
the
years,
truth
6
coming out
years.
of her mouth. It's me hearing her say that. I know people are gonna say, "We've been telling that." Yeah, they have, but there was no proof. We had no physical proof. We had Joe Blow saying it and this person saying it, but there was no proof. And I'm not one that's going to jump on a bandwagon without fucking proof. It gotta smack me in the face with the proof for me to believe it. You just do. And especially when I felt the way I did about Gypsy. And when I tell people that my heart hurt for her, thinking that the adults in her life never defended her, and I explained the other day why, because that's very personal to me. I mean, my mother will tell you to this day that me being sexually abused by an uncle never happened, that I made it up in my head. But how did the other uncle go beat the shit out of him because it happened and my grandmother told me it was my fault. So there and it's like I look at my mom all the time and I'm like, "But mother, you remember such and such happened." And she was like, "But blah, 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 blah." And my therapist said the problem is your mom has a lot of guilt with what happened to you and she can't come to terms with it. So just let it be. And so I just let it be with my mother. But I mean, it took years of therapy to get to a place where I can deal with that with my mother because my mother will tell me I rewrite history and I took all the blah 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 blah. And it's the guilt. It's the guilt. But and for me, the adults failed me and I struggled with the adults failing Gypsy. And I think that if the adults in her life would have gotten control of this in the beginning and gotten her help, she wouldn't have become the psychopath that she is. She just wouldn't. Um
I just worry about her baby. I just just hope there's eyes on it. That's all. Eyes on her little girl. That's it. Listen, she's never going to be convicted again. It's done. It's over.
Right. They can't double jeopardy it. They won't.
There's no double jeopardy. She's done. It's over. I hope she's walking the clean line, the straight line. And I don't want to hear of another tragedy. I don't want to, but I'm just at a loss for words, really. I'm going to jump off.
Okay. Okay, girl.
I love you.
Love you too. Thanks for coming up.
I'll see you soon, right?
Yeah. I'm going to play some more of these videos and continue on with it.
I'll be here in the background.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to catch up on comments, guys. I don't even know where we're at there, guys. No, Michelle, a lot of things that they could get her for were, what is the word? Lord, I had it earlier. Y'all, my brain, I hate this. Statute of limitations. The statute of limitations is out on everything they could have gotten her for. So, and it's not a big enough case for them to go for anything else. It's just not. The only thing now we can just continue to do is putting out what really happened. So that when people are searching it, they start seeing all the truth and realize that the rest of it's just bullshit. So, okay, so let's finish this, guys. And thank you all for being here. If you will, make sure you hit the thumbs up. And I appreciate everyone being here. So let me hide my face so we can see the rest of it.
Hello, my wonderful master. It is your slave, Demona, and I am making you this happy Valentine's Day video. This is a day to celebrate lovers, a day to celebrate love and soulmates and an eternal bond. And that is what we have. I can say so many things about you. How much I love and adore you, how much you drive me crazy sometimes with that sexual energy that we have. I want to pounce on you and kind of just make love to you all the time. But I guess that's part of the vampire's charm, huh? And I'm definitely charmed by you. We have been together about a year and a few months.
I see y'all's comment about that outfit. I'm just saying I would have rocked that outfit at Ren Fair. Okay, sorry. I digress.
I think, and I can tell you that I've learned so much from you. You've taught me so much that I never even knew was possible. Meeting you is definitely the best thing that's ever happened to me. I feel like you get me, you understand me, we have this sort of deep soul connection that makes it so easy for you to just know how I'm feeling and know how I'm going to respond to something you say, or I know how you're going to respond to something I say. And it's amazing that we have this deep connection to each other that makes it so easy for us to communicate and for us to be one and to be happy. Being your slave is, I think, it's a lot of fun, but it's also a blessing because I finally feel like I've met the person that I should be loyal to and that I am loyal to, and that I have someone to give all my devotion to, someone to pledge my loyalty to. And I think you, being who you are a natural leader. You are able to take responsibility and take charge of anything, whether it's a relationship, a journey, or just anything in general. You are a leader. You're a master. So being your slave, I am able to basically give all of me to you and tell you that I am yours. I am yours physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I am yours. I devote all my time. I devote my body. I devote my spirit and my mind all to you. And in return, you give me a sense of security, a sense of belonging. You love and adore me, and I love and adore you. And it's just a perfect match. So and I'll be honest, I was afraid how you take it, knowing that I'm part dog and part wolf, because I didn't know if there was like this vampire wolf feud like they say in the movies and stuff like that, and I was a bit afraid that you think, I don't know, I don't want to date this wolf girl or whatever. But surprisingly, you accepted me, and I don't know, you just make me feel like I belong. And we're so lucky to have Gypsy and Nick that are our vessels, and that they're lovers, and that they're okay with us being inside them. And I think me being inside Gypsy gives her kind of that edge of being a bit of everything that a guy wants, because they want that loyal girl, they want that good girl, but at the same time they want a girl that's going to excite them, like in the bedroom and stuff like this. So having me in her, I'm able to bring her that aspect of what she needs, because she is that good girl and I'm the token bad girl inside her. So and as for you, I know that you're neutral, but I believe that there's more good in you than there is bad, because you are able to feel love. You are able to feel like you are devoted to someone. And in my opinion, I don't care if you are all bad, as long as you adore me and love me and protect me. That's all that matters. So I can honestly say I'd still adore you even if you were all bad. And Gypsy feels the same about Nick. If he was all bad, she'd still adore him all the same. That's just a soulmate's way. Just being honest there. I know that you probably wanted me to do something a little bit naughty in this video, but I wanted to bring you a different side of me, show you a different side of me, that I'm a bit classy, that I'm not just always slutty and naughty, that I could also be classy and sort of royal. So this is me being a royal soulmate slave, bringing a new side to me. But just because I'm classy doesn't mean that I'm not sexy. Because
Oh my god. Uh Okay. Good trigger finger there to stop that. Oh my god. You know what? I have some old wigs somewhere. Gotta find my old wigs. Or I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree. I think the Dollar Tree has them. One of those little old rinky dink stores and find me a cheap ass freaking wig. Hey, Butterfly Kisses, how are you, honey? Haven't seen you in ages. And I'm gonna wear it and go on into the weeds when they're doing one of these with a funky ass wig on. I'm wrong for that. Sorry. Sorry. I mean, she didn't know how to brush her wigs, she didn't know how to clean her wigs, and she definitely just buying the cheap shit. Um, which video is that one? I don't think they have that one up just yet. It's their one that they did Saturday for the what is it called? Birthday? Something like that. They haven't posted the single videos up yet that I've seen. The latest that they have up are the video calls, so it's just in the live from Saturday. Oh, y'all, I look, if the dress fit, it would be an absolutely adorable costume for Ren Fair. She needs to learn to pad the stuff. Pad it, push up bra to bring it all up, something to fill it out so when it's not all hanging off and trying to fall off of you. Tape works too. Oh my god. Oh my god. At this point, I can just clown her because, like, I just don't have words anymore, guys. I just look, okay. Let's talk about her half dog, wolf, whatever the fuck she said. I think they're trying to put a play on being a furry. And if you don't know, there's a part of the BDSM community that people believe in being furries, and in their sex playtime, they dress up as the animal. Like some do horses, some are horse, and they like have saddles and stuff to go around and carry their master. Some are dogs, some are cats, some are bunnies. Trying to think of some of the others that I've seen. And it is truly a kink. It is a kink. Oh, it gets worse. Oh God. Oh, gonna puke my dinner. Um, but they don't behave like this. They don't say these things. So I'm just uh, see, that's kind of what I thought she was trying to talk about, but then it some I don't know. Lord, I just don't even know what I think of her at all anymore. And they're dying laughing up here. So, oh, and it looks like the next one is a Nick video. Okay, so let's go here.
Okay, we played that. So one that you did not play was the Cheniers introduction to Demona and Gypsy.
Oh, yeah.
It's 6 minutes and 43 seconds. This is another black one, like the first one that we played.
Okay, hold on. So, do all furries come with plugs? Butt plugs? I'm trying to think. Yes, I believe so. I believe so. Trying to think what all I've seen. But I do believe they do. I mean, look, you can find anything in the kink world. I ain't gonna lie. If you want to look, you can find it. I'm not gonna drop the sites for you to find it because I'm not gonna contribute to the delinquency of my chat. This particular one was Valentine's Day video to Master from Demona. Okay.
Cheniers message to Demona and Gypsy. Well, this one I found it's Cheniers introduction to Demona and Gypsy.
And the date?
So this would be 8/26/2013 at 11:16. The other one was done at 9/18/2013 at 8:50.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, this is Nick speaking, so I have no idea. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get through, but it's 6 minutes and 43 seconds. So that's what we're going to play.
Yes.
I'm actually going to put an overlay over it just because I'm not really sure what is up here.
Yeah, you don't know if it gets bad because it's so dark.
Yeah. So,
You can kind of see his face there, y'all.
yeah, but I just want
No, I feel you.
to overlay. I don't have any. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Ooh,
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
delete. No, I don't want to delete that one. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, we'll just. I'm gonna
Remove
put
from
it.
the screen.
I'm gonna remove it from the screen, and we're just gonna listen to it, guys. Okay. Let me know if you cannot hear it.
I see that you got yes, the one you usually call a black one. This is something you've also been able to. Yes, it is. Help. Harry. Yeah, my you can't see my face that well. I purposely do this all the time. See, do you notice it? It's much as I demonize. Sarah, see everything. Yep. It's just
Are y'all getting no sound again? I don't know why it just went off.
Can you guys hear us?
I can hear you, sure.
I can hear
Okay.
you guys.
Did you
not
guys
hear
hear the
whispering?
whispering?
Yes. And then it stopped.
Oh,
We
that's
didn't
weird.
touch anything, I don't think,
No, we didn't.
other than you putting people's comments on the screen.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and start it again. If you don't hear,
Yeah, it was very hard to even which his when he does them like that, they're very hard to um make out. So let's go to the next one.
and
Date.
it just says part 1 video of test. So, oh crap. Okay, so this might be a test video where, we've heard where Gypsy said that Victor or Nick was testing her, like, or finishing her or whatever. So maybe this is something like that. And I remember skimming through this and I didn't see any nudity. But I'm gonna put my finger on the trigger just in case. So, hold on. Let me tell you when this was done. This was 11/30, 2014 at 4:43 p.m.
Okay.
Gypsy, you could help us out just by letting us know in the comments if this has nudity in it or not. Okay.
Right.
If
We know you're here.
I think she would remember. It's been a decade.
well, I'm sure she would remember. But
Well, when
anyways,
you've sent so many nudes, it's hard to keep track.
True that. True that. Okay, so if you hear an echo or you can't hear it, let me know.
Hello, my master. It is your slave, Gypsy Rose, Elsie Dot, Emma Petrie Blanchard. I am making you this video upon your command as part of a test. I did the first test, which is to become Nick's slave. That was to pour various ingredients on me and humiliate myself. I passed that test on the second try, so I'm hopeful I can pass this test. This is the first part of a 4-part like exam sort of thing test. So this is the first part that I'm making. My name is Gypsy Rose Elsie Dot Emma Petrie Blanchard. And I will start with part 1, true or false of the exam. And as you can see, I printed it out, 3 pages, and I got a pen to answer them. Okay. Oh, and I am wearing exactly what I'm supposed to. This is my school uniform. So.
Sorry, y'all. I was just making sure.
All right. Is it true that you have to answer every time you are spoken to, but must not speak unless spoken to? True or false? I'll say true. Because it's a sign of respect not to like speak over or like speak before. So I would say true. Second question. Is it true or false you have to remember every detail that you were told, ever taught while being my slave? True or false? Say true. Third question. Is it true that your submission is meant to be a gift for only those who deserve it, whether it be only one person or any other he speaks of that you must give it to? True or false? I am gonna answer. Is it true?
I need her to repeat that because I totally was reading chat and not listening to that question, and I need to hear what it was.
That you have to answer every time you are spoken to, but must not speak unless spoken to. True or false? I'll say true. Because it's a sign of respect not to like speak over or like speak before. So I would say true. Second question. Is it true or false you have to remember every detail that you were told, ever taught while being my slave? True or false? Say true. Third question. Is it true that your submission is meant to be a gift for only those who deserve it, whether it be only one person or any other he speaks of that you must give it to? True or false? I am gonna answer false. because I think that my submission is only meant to be for my master, not for anyone else. So I'm going to answer false on that one. Okay, so that covers the true or false section of the test. Part 2, multi-choices. What is the correct position to present yourself to your master? A, get on your knees, look down to the floor in respect, sitting on your knees up straight with proper posture with your hands to your back, resting peacefully there. B, sitting on the ground in a pretzel position with hands within your legs, just resting there peacefully. C, with your legs in front of you straight forward with your hands resting on your lap looking straight forward. D, all of the above. I will say A, because yeah, that's.
My God, what did they do? Go from 50 Shades of Grey and copy everything? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
That's what I think. Because in fact, I remember, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking or just answering them. I remember us discussing that the proper position for me to present myself to my master is in a like a kneeling on my knees position. So that's something I remember.
Okay, so let's talk about the test a second because I see some questions about that. Let me go here. Okay. So it's not all people do these tests. Like some said, just want the power play. Some just give you the rules. Like, here are our rules, here are our boundaries. This is what we follow along. What I learned was that there are tests that you can take to learn learn what your kinks are, what your limits are, where you are like, I'm not ever doing this kind of thing, to you will do these kinds of things. So that when you're looking at a prospect, you know where you're at. Some do these like when you've been through your lessons in these master slave dynamics, then they will kind of do these little quizzes. They can. I'm going to say 75% do. So that you can kind of see if you're retaining what you're learning, and so you can go up in your collars, and there's a lot of levels to it. And some people really just like to get in there and do the play and the dynamics, and it it can get crazy. Let's see. Bowls. Now I'm good with Magic Mike. um Look, now I love me some 50 Shades of Grey. Love the movies, love the books, loved every bit of it. But I like the story more than the sex part of it, to be honest. But um I look, here's a funny story. I had gone with a group of friends for we had gone and watched, is it the first one or the second one? I don't remember which one we went and watched together. And there's like 10 of us. And if you haven't watched the movie, there's a spot where she has him show me your worst, and he spanks her. And it's like 6 whippings, and she has to say the night, no, 1, 2 after every whip. And like it's some kind of paddle he uses, or belt. I don't even remember. And when she gets to 6, we're like, that's it. The whole group, the whole place just looked at us. We're like, oh, never mind. Sorry. It was so fucking funny. It was hilarious. But I think these two dabbled in a little bit of this, just enough to be dangerous, and it not be in a healthy format. eh, And it just festered the weird fetish that they had. Um, See, I like them, Miss Fancy Pants. Um, it was not as bad as people made it out to be. And, like, I have a cousin that was, like, talking about it being abusive, and I'm like, Do you really think that?" And she absolutely did, and I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna argue this with her." Um, and the scene caused a big controversy because people called it abuse, and it was not. No, it was not. A lot of people feel that BDSM is abusive. It can be. People do abuse it, but it for these 2, I don't think these 2 had enough worldly knowledge and growth and maturity to even begin to dabble in it. And, um, and that was the thing that we said, because I've done classes, like, I was a teacher in classes of how to protect yourself in these relationships. Um, and they, what we struggled with was after the books came out, you had a lot of people flocking to the community because they wanted to they wanted to have a 50 Shades of Grey experience, and that's just not realistic. Just isn't realistic, and it was dangerous, and people were getting hurt, and so w like, I just throw it all out there. I am who I am. Like, y'all, there uh, T-Pex, you will remember they used to have memes of me, with there was a meme, I'm sure you've all have seen it with all the BDSM collars and harnesses and stuff on a wall. They're like, "Look," talking about your dog's collar, like, "Look, Brandy's closet." Like, they used to make fun of me for that. Um, let's see. Yeah, it is strongly based on consent. Consent is the big thing in the lifestyle, and submissives do have all the control. Um, I've heard people say that Gypsy was topping from the bottom. For me, I think Gypsy was controlling a lot more than topping from the bottom. From what I'm watching and what I know and my experience in years of life in it, um, it's just they just don't know. If consent is a given, it's abuse, even if it's just a slight pull of the hair while beating the person because they gave consent. Absolutely. Um, Yep, I was the bulldog because I would go after people defending fancy and all of it, like, it was bad. She was a dom pretending to be a sub, possibly, possibly. I think that honestly, I don't even know if it's that. I just think that it was a deviant mind finding a way to be deviant. Does that make sense? Yeah, the meme was about me. Well, I mean, it was on about somebody else, but they turned it and used it about me. It was all in, the fake by proxy page and Natasha's groups, and they've even put it on YouTube at one time when I first came over to YouTube. Um, it it was funny. I'm like, "Whatever." I mean, I got up on Facebook Lives and owned my lifestyle, and because for me, it was people were being told the wrong thing, and I didn't want people hurt. And, I mean, y'all, I've been in front of humongous groups and talked about my abuse and how I overcame it. And I did the same with the BDSM community because it was about protecting people. And that was even how I even got started in this case was because people were putting out wrong information and people were going to fucking get hurt. Um, what? She gave it to a 14-year-old? Oh, hell no. That is not a book for a teenager. Mm-mm, no, 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 no. So Bubble says it's weird. She puts a lot of demands on a master, right? He asks so many questions. Yes and no. I kind of feel like they were still trying to get to know each other in their master slave relationship or in their relationship in general. So it can I know a lot of people see it that way, but in the end, she's got to in defense of this, if you were going into a master slave relationship, you've got to know what his rules and limits are, and he's got to know what yours are so that as they build that dynamic, it's not abusive. And that's why when they try to say he was abusing her with this, I don't see that. I don't even see that she's abusing him with this. I mean, I think there's some manipulation happening with the rest of it and playing into the deviant side and the fits and all the things, but as far as building the lifestyle and that dynamic, I don't. And look, now at this point, doesn't mean that I won't in the future with more videos that come out, but right now that's not how I see it. Um, let's see. Yeah. Not in a master slave dynamic. I have never seen a switch in a master slave dynamic. Switches usually are just in a top and bottom situation. Master slave is totally different than um regular. See, Karen, and I don't know that you can. Um because the ones that I know that did master slave, I did not do master slave. I am nobody's fucking slave. It does not work that way for me. Um And it may be something they can build in a dynamic, but the ones that I have seen are total slaves. Like, we were at a house party one time and, um, like, they weren't even allowed to look at people. They had to look like this. It was weird to me, and I don't know, I'm giving away too much, I think. Hey, Keslin. Um, so I don't think that she could have been a switch in a master slave part of it. She could have been a switch if it was just regular, um, BDSM play and role play. Not even a daddy baby girl, you're not gonna have a switch in that. It's the other type of control, yes. Um, so did I just clear that up as clear as mud? People gonna be running with that. It and it I am not I was never one that was okay with the master slave thing. I didn't like it. It bothered me, um, because of the slave term. To me, that's derogatory, and I didn't like it then. It was very hard for me to understand. Um, funny story. Here's the funny story. I'll tell a story that's so putting me out there right now. People will run with this. It's all right. Um, same house party. Uh, the guy made a comment, the master, which I laughed in his face. It was quite hilarious. Um, told me I had to do something. And I just looked at him and said, No, I don't. Yeah, you do. I'm the master. And I was like, You're not mine. He's like, but you have to listen to me. And I was like, No, I don't. And about that time, my husband walked in the room and I just kind of looked at him and he's like, Are you going to tell her to do what I told her? He's like, She don't have to listen to you. He's like, That's not how we work around here. You're not telling her what to do. And he was quite irritated. And I mean, I was in his face before it was over because I was pissed as a motherfucker because he was not going to tell me what to do. Not. Um, yes, right, Karen. You know what, and the lifestyle is and even parts of the lifestyle aren't for everybody. There were parts of it that I was not okay with, and, like, I'm not gonna go into details, but there were things that my friends went to that, "Oh my god, Brandy, check this out," and they're showing me, like, totally freaked out because 'cause I'm like, "There is no way in fucking hell I would go to anything like that or even watch." It was it it in the and in Texas, most of the BDSM lifestyle can be considered illegal because in Texas, and Louisiana is the same way. So side journey. This has nothing to do with Gypsy. So side journey. Some education. Um, if you put any kind of restraint on somebody, tying the wrist, handcuffs, whatever, any kind of restraint is considered kidnapping and illegal in the state of Texas, whether you give consent or not. And in Louisiana, same thing. I don't know about other states. I just know about those two states. I just have headaches probably because I'm old and grumpy. Yes, technically, on the books, it is illegal in Texas. But stuffs is illegal. There's a lot of things that are on the books that are still illegal in the state of Texas that, like most of our adult shops are only allowed to have such a percentage of the toys to clothing. Like you have to have, I think it's like 80% clothing, something like that. Um, Oh, I'm definitely a brat, Karen. Definitely. Look, we've been married so long, we just have a totally different dynamic that it just is what it is. I know T-Pex is my prude friend. She used to totally freak out because I used to drop in our group chat different things just to totally make them go, "Ooh." I I get a kick. I'm all about the shock factor. All about the shock factor. I like shock factor. So okay, let's finish listening to this crazy girl. I don't even know anymore. I've just totally given so much information about myself away. But I would rather you guys have the knowledge and the education of what we're talking about and why it wasn't as I don't know if legit's the right word, is that they were trying to say.
Hope I got that right. What is the most sensitive parts of a male and female body? A. Penis and vagina. B. Penis, vagina, and boobs. C. Penis, vagina, boobs, armpit, feet, balls, and butthole. D. All of the above. I'm gonna answer D because
Why in the world was this on the questionnaire?
for the first couple of ones, I'm gonna say D. So D. Now the third question. What is the main purpose of a slave to her master? To please him, to serve and please him, to obey, serve, please, and keep him content. D, all of the above. D, all of the above. What type of relationship with your true love has your current master been training you to be ready for? A BDSM one. B, a DDLG one, Daddy Dom Little Girl. D, a Master Slave one. D, all of the above. D, all of the above. Gypsy, do you believe you are being trained to be a 24/7 type? Total power exchange kind of master slave, daddy girl, daddy dumb little girl, dominant submission, BDSM, top bottom switch owner, servant kind of sexual relationship is for your true love. D, all of the above. So my master, that concludes this part of the test, which is the paper exam. And I will be looking for your instructions further on Facebook. Good night, my amazing master.
Y'all, I just don't even. I just, I, hmm. Okay, let's just keep it moving. I can't with the armpit.
Recording. The first 10 questions is this. In your own words, what are the 3 levels of communication? I will say that the first one is verbal, sir, and I am sorry. I'm gonna try to type it first and say it. Or say it and type it. The first one is verbal, sir. I am meant to start with maybe a hi, then move to physical touch, my hand on his, or a comforting touch, sir. Then it is spiritual. In this, I speak to his soul by doing all the above, but also by looking into his eyes. Okay, in your own words, what are the 5 connections of BDSM
That does look like a smartphone. It's like a BlackBerry to me.
bond from a slave and a master to his slave? Okay. All right. Well, there is mental, physical, emotional.
You need me to rewind it, Bubbles? How far back? How far back you want me to go, Bubbles? Could be like a galaxy. Was the galaxy around back in 2013? Did they have galaxy? Oh, okay. So let's go back. Right here. We'll just start here.
Daylight savings time or something like that. So I'm getting online. Okay. According, the first 10 questions is this. In your own words, what are the 3 levels of communication? I will say that the first one is verbal, sir, and I am sorry. I'm gonna try to type it first and say it. Or say it and type it. The first one is verbal, sir. I am meant to start with maybe a hi, then move to physical touch, my hand on his, or a comforting touch, sir. Then it is spiritual. In this, I speak to his soul by doing all the above, but also by looking into his eyes.
Oh, this is so awkward.
Okay, in your own words, what are the 5 connections of BDSM bond from a slave and a master to his slave? Okay. All right. Well, there is mental, physical, emotional, sexual, mental, spiritual, emotional, sexual, physical. Yeah. But even though BDSM is a very sexual thing, I believe all aspects are needed to make a happy and loving relationship. So it's a happy, loving bliss. Okay, in your own words, what are the 4 golden words for a slave to keep her master content? I don't think we discussed that. I'm allowed to give you 1 hint per question, and when I'll say each word starting with one of each these letters, LOSP, Gypsy, that is the only hint I'm allowed to give you. Listen, obey, submit, patience, sir. Protect, maybe. That's P. Gypsy, I'll just tell you that you got 2 words right and 2 wrong. This will count against your progress. I'll only show you this answer you didn't get half wrong. Listen, obey, serve, and please. I should have known that one. Brain fart. That was a mess up. Sorry. I got it now. Gypsy, you have to get another chance to get it right. If you were to take this session of the test, now I have to count your mistakes next time. You'll have it down though. Now, next question. In your own words, what are sex toys used for? Well, for
God.
punishment and for pleasure, I would think. Because say if it's something I'm good, you'll use it on me for good. But if I'm bad, you'll use it to punish me. Okay, Gypsy. Next question. In your own words, do you know what constraints are? If you do, please explain what you believe they are. Rope, handcuffs of any kind of chain, rope, ties, and even fabrics, maybe. And also arms. Also straight jackets, body restraints, like bodysuits. Okay, Gypsy, now the next question. In your own words, what are the main things that can be used in spanking? The more you can name. All right, spanking. Okay, paddles, hands, books, like hard books, whip, belt, stick. But a whip would hurt. Okay, Gypsy, next question. In your own words, in bondage aspect of BDSM, what does the term ownership mean? It means I'm owned by my master. It means he can do whatever, whenever he wants to me. But also he has my love, my total submission. He owns my mind, body, soul, heart, everything. I'm his and he owns me, but he is also responsible for me, sir. Okay, Gypsy, next one. In your own words, what does it mean for you to be dominated by your master? Be careful of your answer because of this answer might be a bit off. It just a warning. Being dominated by my master means I'm helpless. I have no control over anything he does. I can't tell him to stop. He chooses that. He chooses everything, sir. I obey him because I'm loyal, submissive, but I wouldn't want in any other way. I'm proud to be dominated by him. Now, Gypsy, the final question. In your own words, what is the purpose of yourself to be a slave? Careful with the answer because this one is I'm most critical of. My purpose, sir, of course, is to serve, please obey him, but being his soulmate slave also means so much more. It's being his lover, but also being his anger release punching bag. Even it's being overall so loyal to the point of death and beyond. I die for him. I take a bullet for him.
Not at all what
his
it
slave,
is.
please him mentally, emotionally, sexually, physically, and even keep his spirit content. Sir, always. First, I am at his every command and disposal. I'll keep him, but I'll keep being that way always. Always so loving, always so protective, always the same me. Completely submissive. So loyal that we become more than master and slave. We become one. Master, slave, one mind, one body, one soul. Okay, Gypsy, now that you did what I told you to do, this is the end of this section of the test. Make sure that the videos are taken care of. Gotcha. Yes, sir. Thank you, my wonderful master. Good night, my darling master. And you wrote, "You're welcome, Gypsy, and good night to you, my dear slave."
So, were they FaceTiming? I'm I'm kind of confused. But let me backtrack a minute. She has all of that so wrong. They both do. Um, oh my God. God, this misinformation. So, and I saw a comment on Into the Weeds, somebody, and I didn't see who it was, and or all of the comment, but basically, if she'd been through any kind of abuse, she wouldn't be partaking in this, and that's not true. You're going to find in the BDSM community a good 90% of the people in that community have been abused, have been sexually abused, physically abused, DV survivors. A lot of them find it as a way to deal with the pain and a way to cope with things. Um, it's it is very, very common for people who have been abused to be involved. More abuse victims involved in BDSM than not. And so, um, now there were things that Gypsy said in one of the other videos on being tied up that would have been right around the time she was being tied up, according to her by her mother. So I find that not fitting. Um, but right, it's our way of taking back control. Um, See, she was reading from the phone, but then responding like he would say, "Good night, my love," or whatever it was, and so she's reading what he said, and then she's responding to the video. So I don't know what that was. That was really strange. So strange. Um, yeah, Michelle, I have a passion on this kind of stuff. Um, and it comes from me dealing with my own traumas, and how I found that community and my passion for other women and what they go through, and so and that was why I joined in with Fancy, because things were being talked about and it was wrong and it bothered me and I wanted to correct what was happening. Um, yes. By the way, Karen, I was reading some of your stuff and my heart goes out to you, honey, and I hope everything is okay. Um, Prayers for you. Going through things this time of year is not fun. It's not ever fun, but it's even worse through the holidays. Um, And so make sure to take time for yourself and, okay. Yeah, it kinda bounced around weird, so it was just a little confusing for me, that may be one I have to go back and rewatch and really take notes on. Um, well, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. She has it, she hasn't, because she will say things and then she adds the weird shit to it, Karen, and it kinda distracts from what she was saying to begin with. Um And I mean, she kinda come in here hot at me the other day because of me ending things, and she acted like I was asking for sympathy, and I wasn't asking for any kind of sympathy. I don't need anybody to feel bad for me. I told her last year that I was side-eyeing some things. So, I don't know why she's acting like it's any big shock. I mean, she should have known that at some point I would pull the plug and say, "Fuck you all," because she knew. I told her a year ago. So I digress. This wasn't about Fancy. So let's see what else we have. Man, we still got quite a bit of this, and it's getting late. We have another Nick video. Let's see how bad this is to listen to. He's so hard for me to follow, and I don't mean that to be ugly. He just is hard for me to follow. Um she's very overly aggressive. It's the weird conspiracy. It's the going on about them putting her in a freezer and the sex trafficking and the weird angles they start taking with things. It distracts from it and it hurts the truth, to be honest. Um she's just too pushy. She's just too fucking pushy. And look, if you're here now listening or watching on the replay, if you're one on the truth train side and you because there's been a few come at me pretty aggressively over me walking away and they've like slammed me for the points of views that I've had. If you act like that, people aren't going to walk away. And if they do walk away, they're not going to speak up. I just have tougher skin because I've been doing this a while. But they're not going to speak up because who wants to come out and say, um, I see this differently. I've been lied to, yada, 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 and be attacked for it. Nobody. So if we're going to be aggressive, and both sides do that. Now, the other side does it just as much. They kind of like slam people and they want to be in your face and rough about it. And if you want people to hear the truth, you have to go about it like Into the Weeds in 1980 and Becca and Dawn, the cutting board, have been doing, where you're putting it out there without the aggressiveness and without the boisterous attitude. Does that make sense? Have a good night, Michelle, and Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas. Thanks for coming. Um, you have to keep putting this stuff out there in an even kill manner for people to want to hear you. Because if you're being aggressive and rude and an asshole about it, and even when like I was on Into the Weeds that the other night, and there was some in the chat kind of coming pretty hard, if you do that with everybody, they're not going to come and want to hear anything. They're not going to want to own it and say, this ain't okay. They're not going to do any of it. They're going to walk away, period, or stay where they're at. And it's easier to stay where you're at than get attacked for having the opinion you had. In the end, we didn't have this proof. We had rumor and conjecture. We didn't have any kind of proof to do anything with. Now that we have it, that's different. I'm hoping I'm making sense. I feel like I'm just talking in a circle. Karen says, I commend you for walking away from them and having the courage to speak up and actually look for the truth in this. Thank you. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. It was hard. Bubbles and T-Pex can tell you guys. It it was hard. Karen says that was uncalled for. You want to hear the truth, and we shouldn't scare people off and want to see it. That's not the point. Exactly. Um, it, I struggled, which they already knew that I was kind of in a point of being done. Like I was done with the case, but I was in a point of things weren't adding up for me in a lot of ways, and because like we had the emails and that stuff, and so I was kind of listening on and off, and when people would hear things, they would message me, and I'd go listen. Uh, the last, since the first part of July, when we started the house buying process, my world kind of become just focusing on this and getting things ready because financing shit's a nightmare, and I just didn't have it in me to really pay attention, or I probably would have already walked away. But I talked with Bubbles and T-Pex about my mindset and where I was at. And when the first stuff come out, I mean, it was a gut punch. And even the other night when I was on panel, her saying that she lied to her mom about being able to walk was hard. I mean, I on camera and first hearing it, my response wasn't it was genuine, but it wasn't the total I had to process. After processing it, it was like, "Oh my god." Like, I had tears. 1980 cried right there, and it just broke my heart for her, but Right. The description of the videos don't hit as hard as actually seeing the words come out of her mouth, and that's what did it for me. It just was proof. It was proof of what we had people had been saying for a long time. And it's not fun to have egg on your face. It just isn't. I mean, if you want to say that, if you want to say that's what we have, but all right, let's go see what we got here.
I read them, yeah. So, I mean, I put them out. My son watermarked them for me. Thank you, Charles.
Ooh,
And
Charles.
they'll come out as we go along, but it's under Nicholas's file, I believe. So when we're done here, just go check out the Google Drive and see what's been posted in there. There's some interviews. There are more synopsis of interviews that the police took.
Yeah,
Okay.
I figured I would make sure I kept with the whole idea of doing that and making sure you had one and such. Um, I don't know. You've read my freaking letters before for me. I'm thinking maybe I should do the same thing with the cards since I have done that before. Other cards, I suppose. Maybe one card I've done it with, actually. Oh, why not read it out loud? Don't bother me. Yes, got the card. Very might as well show you before I freaking read it. Oh, here we go. With love to my husband, I love you, every kiss, yeah, I got stuck in every word, kept on saying every, I'm slowly waking up, I guess you could say, anyways, um, every kiss, good morning, good night, and in between every challenge we faced and dream we've seen come true, every memory and a milestone, every simple joy and unforgettable moments. And I'll open this and see what it says. They all mean so much because I'm sharing with you, my husband, my partner, my friends. Happy birthday. Then you say, happy birthday, my amazing eternal blessing king. I hope you today is as wonderful as you are. I can't ever even put into words just how blessed I am to have you in my life. You're one in a gazillion and you're mine. I love, adore, and worship you, my darling husband, hubby. Exos of your queen, Gypsy Rose. Yeah, there. And thank you for the card, honey. And yes, it was very sweet of you. Yeah, I must say, let's see, I'm gonna be here with Ellie today, and then this coming weekend, freaking, my spiritual brother, as you know, he always comes over every other weekend. Well, he's coming over this weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna pretty much try to catch up on whatever freaking sleep I can whenever I can. But yeah, I figured I'd make you this video because I know you usually freaking see me put together all the freaking actual videos, and I always make sure that I have everything in the video that I need whenever you send stuff, and I always put them in there. But yeah, ay. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna freaking say goodnight right now, and then after that, I guess we'll go from there, dear. Okay. I did y'all before I even did it. Okay, I love you and rest of you, my brothers and queen. Good night, my sweetheart, and I will hopefully, hope that you enjoy this video, dear.
Good grief. Okay. So Stephanie says, "Wait, how was she how was she out there getting the mail before her mom? How was she mailing anything?" So when the act came out, I can remember because that was when I first joined up with Fancy's team, and Fancy had done the In Touch articles, and they were debunking things the act put out there. And I had said way back, "Are we even sure the act was totally, adding the weirdness in? Because it added the sexual things and Gypsy running to do the mail and it, go watch the act if you haven't, and you'll see what I'm talking about." I had said back then, but is it far fetched, or were they more on point with what was happening? And now I'm really wondering, like, it doesn't make sense. Her having the clothes, her having the phones, her having the chance to do these videos. She's not being quiet. I I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all anymore. At all. None of it makes sense. Dee Dee had to have known she had this relationship. Had to have known. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm dumbfounded. I'm truly dumbfounded with it. I guess the next one. We still got a long ways to go. I am so sorry.
No, to Nick's dominant side. I've worn what you wanted me to wear or commanded me to wear, sir. I'm wearing something red and I have a bra. I am making this video, sir, because, well, one, you commanded me to, but another is so I can introduce myself. I realized that we didn't get off to a real good start. Because, well, at first I thought you weren't exactly Nick. And then as I started to get to know you a bit more, I realized that you are a part of him. And you are probably the part that's going to keep me most in line if I get out of line. I understand that as far as lovey-dovey type of relationship, we're not at that point yet. But we might be one day. But I realize I have to earn that type of affection from you. And I just really wanted to say that I look forward to pleasing you and being a good slave to you. I hope that, well, I hope that I don't have to make you discipline me a whole lot, like in a very, what's that word? Looking for that word that's like very strong way, discipline me in a strong way, serious, in a serious way. I understand that you are a part of Nick that is the most serious, and I have to take you as the most serious part of him. And I plan on doing that, sir. I understand that whenever it comes to you, I need to be on my best behavior, and I plan on being it. My goal as a slave and as your woman,
Okay, so I have to say this because it's in my head and I don't want to forget it, and I need to like writing it down. If y'all, big if, he was being controlling and he was demanding certain things of her as a master, he would have been demanding that she stand there and talk with her hands behind her back and not doing all the fidgeting. That would have been a big deal, and he would have made a big deal out of it. So I call bullshit on that narrative. Okay, I digress. Sorry, back to the video.
my job is to keep you happy, content, respect you, obey you, please you, and serve you. See, I remember the three. Okay. And with that said, sir, I just want you to know that I will be on my best behavior. I won't have any more outbursts like whenever we first talked online. And I said what I said, that it was a threat. but it was an idle threat. I never meant it. And I just want you to know that I never meant it. I'm making this video a little late, so but I just wanted to say I'm so sorry for threatening you like that, even though it was an idle threat. And I would never, ever, ever take away Nick's or your child. Any child that we make together, whether it be Nick's submissive side, Nick's balanced side, Nick's dominant side, which is you, or Nick's evil side. If I have a child with any one of those, depending on if it's me, my balanced side, having a child with one of you, and I'll react a different way, but I will always be loving, and I will always be caring, and I will always be a good woman to you. And I will admit that as far as matches are concerned, make sure this doesn't go off. Okay. As far as like matches go, as far like I am meant for Nick's dominant. I mean Nick's balance side. Sorry, I got confused. I'm meant for that part of him. So this part of me is meant for that part of him. And you are meant to be keeping me in line. But most likely you would be the best match for my slut side. My little girl side gets along very well with your submissive side. And my evil side is like a perfect match for your evil side. So pretty much we all have a match, or a soulmate that can fit perfectly with each other. It is quite amazing that we're able to do that with each other, because a lot of people that might have, say, one personality, and their partner just has one personality. So if you like you do have multiple personalities, I'm happy that I have multiple personalities to fit that. Though it is all of me, it's not someone else or whatever. It is all of me, just different parts of me. And whenever me and your balanced side was starting to first date, I would let some of those other sides out. It would get him confused or get you confused. And that's when I just had to explain I have a lot of parts inside me that they sometimes get out, and they can be confusing, but it's important to treat each one individually, because each one has their own thoughts. Each one, even some have different ages. Like my little girl side is a 10-year-old. I'm 19. My evil side is also 19. So, actually, I'm 23, so it's confusing.
Oh!
So I'm 23, and my evil side is 19. But I won't keep going all around the bush and talking.
What? What? Oh my God!
About this specific thing. Basically, what I really want to talk to you about in this video is that how much I'm going to be pleasing you, and I will do anything to please you, sir. I will go through any lengths to please you and do anything that you say, anything that you want. I will be the perfect slave, and I will be the perfect woman. Keep on doing. And I promise you, and
God, that goes on forever.
that I will be everything that you would want me to be. If you have to punish me, I understand. If you have to be strict on me, I understand. But I do want to get to know you a lot better, and love you, and adore you, and worship you. I do love you, because I think me as a whole loves every part of Nick, no matter what. We don't even have to get to a point of love. It's just automatic. the point that we have to get to know each other, that's whenever the adoring comes in. That's whenever the worshiping comes in, because I need to know who I'm worshiping, who am I falling for. And at first, I didn't think I could fall for you just because you're so dominant. And but since I realized that you are my soulmate, twin flame soulmate, that I can worship you in time. And I plan on doing that. And I can't wait for the day that you say, good girl. And you kiss me. And I want you to know that as far as pleasing you goes, if you want me to do absolutely anything, I will, sir. If you wanted me to serve you breakfast naked in bed, I would do that. If you wanted me to, if you wanted me to do anything, I would. And I'm available to you 24/7. I hope that with me being respectful to you, with me one day worshiping you, that I can earn a higher color collar. And with you, I know that you'll push me to do my best, and I will strive to do my best, sir. And I just really want to make you proud. I want to make your balance side proud. I want to make you all proud. And I know that I can do that. So I very much look forward to our time together and learning more about each other, and you pushing me to do my best, pushing me to be the slave that I'm supposed to be, the woman that I'm supposed to be. And just me feeling that sense of belonging, that sense of, I pleased him. I'm so happy I pleased him. And that's really what I want to do. And I want you to say, girl, and I want to be everything that you've ever dreamed of having in a slave. And I know I keep harping on that, but I really, really am excited to please you, sir. And again, thank you so much for, if you're the part of Nick that's always been pushing me to do my best, thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for everything. And I really, really want to go forward and learn more about BDSM. I want to explore the world more, but I also know that you will pace me, and so will Nick's Valentine pace me into BDSM, and we'll learn more. And I realize that I'm becoming more of a masochist, so I believe that I can take pain and turn it into pleasure. So I hope that I could really be more experienced at that. And also, I want to talk about one particular thing that if you have to punish me using anal sex, which I'm not exactly used to, but if you
Trigger warning, strong sexual content.
have to punish me that way, I'm hoping just for something I do really, really bad. And so if you give me a punishment, I will accept it no matter how hard it is. Also, but if you do give me a reward for doing something good, I will make sure I show you how thankful I am. And
Okay, I'm just gonna pause for a minute because that's gross. The age thing. Just a few videos ago, and now I don't know the time frame. I don't know when that first video we watched where she says she's underage and this video. I don't know how long it is between these videos. However, we know that they were together for 2 years. If she just said right here she knows she's 23, which if that first video was in the very beginning, she would have been 21. She wasn't underage. So why did she say she was underage? Did she truly believe that 21 is underage? Or was she still trying to lie about how old she was to him? And Demona, I think, is the one she's saying is 19. I think it's Demona. Demona was 19. I think that's who she's talking about, and the other is Demona. Pink Sands, exactly. This is crazy. This is fucking nuts. And I'm 19. I mean, I'm 23. I'm actually 23. The other side of me is 19. What? What? Oh, Jip, this ain't gonna go well. This ain't gonna go well. What am I missing? This might have been 3 weeks, but I'm talking about the original, the very first video in the beginning that we watched where she was in the car and she was telling that, they had to wait till she was 21 to meet because right now she was underage and he would go to jail. She said she would go to jail too and he would go to jail. You're not going to jail for dating somebody when you're underage. They might, but you're not. That was weird. Oh. Yeah, I do believe that she knew her age all along. Right. We know she was 21, but she said in that video that she was underage and he would go to jail. So what age was she pretending to be to him in the very beginning? That's where I'm kind of like, what game are you playing then? Like, oh god. You okay, Gizzy? You okay? Come here. You okay? You okay? Gizzy had a reverse sneeze going on. No, you don't forget your age due to a hurricane. No. Lived through many hurricanes. Gizzy, are you all right, buddy? You okay? That's new. He hasn't done that like that. You're freaking me out over here. Come here. He's getting so old. I y'all, that back and forth on that age just then just had me. Yes, he call me foot. I don't remember the ages on that. It has been so long and I have not looked at it. And so I don't remember. And if I even tried to say, I'd be lying. Um, she used 18 but told Nick 17. See, that's what I'm thinking. That if she's saying she's underage in that very first video we watched, then she would have had to have been at least 17 to say you're underage. Because she would have been lying because she was 21. Y'all, she's truly pathological. Like, she is a true pathological liar. True pathological liar. I mean, people will throw that around a lot of times, and it's not really accurate because pathological liars just believe everything they tell you. I mean, I know another creator that over here, not in the Gyp verse, she's in another verse, who is absolutely, I say many times, a pathological liar because she will lie to lie, and you're like showing her, you know, XYZ. She's like, but I said, MNO kind of. It just is weird. They're weird people, and Yeah, I haven't looked at any of their stuff. That's changed so often that I just don't ever go over there and look. How much more of this? Because my brain is fried. I may have to finish this later. Uh, oh, there's one of her dancing. Okay, let's go to that and see what we have.
Okay. So if the music starts playing, I can't remember what song it is, but you guys might be able to pick it up as soon as I press mute. But
You did it. Sorry, I'm not trying to yell at you. I'm just like, you could probably get a copyright.
okay,
strike
you
from
guys
that.
know what that
That's
song
Some Nights by Fun.
is. My bad.
Oh my God, is it a striptease? Hold on, hold on. Go back right here.
You could probably get a copyright.
Okay,
strike
you
from
guys
that.
know what that
Hold
song
on. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna point out. Hold on.
Nights by Fun.
is. My bad.
Okay. Hey, Mike Stanfield, come in close, hon. Come in. I'm gonna show you something over here. Let's do you, this belly right here. This little belly. Now, don't get me wrong. Gypsy's got a cute figure here. She she's got a cute figure, but this belly, that's not being malnourished. This right here, up here on her shoulders, that's not being malnourished. This collarbone right here, that's not malnourished. This right in here in her neck area, that's not being malnourished. That little junk in the trunk she's got back here in the back, she got a little bitty butt, but she got a booty. That's not being malnourished. Sir, sir, instead of screaming, we need a lawyer, you got some answers to give. Why are you telling people she was malnourished? That is not a young woman who is malnourished. It's just not. That is a normal size frame for a 20-something-year-old girl of what is Gypsy, 5 foot? I don't remember how tall she is. But still, there's a normal. Now, when she goes into prison, she looks very thin and frail and in the beginning, and then when she's in prison, she's looking filled out. I'm sure she was wearing better fitting bras and those kinds of things, and exercising and doing things, and so she looked healthier than when she went in. But this isn't malnourished. This isn't fucking malnourished. Shame on you. Shame on you. See that badonkadonk? That ain't malnourished badonkadonk. Oh my god. What the hell? I'm just gonna stop. I'm just going to stop. She has no shame. She has no shame. None. None. Right. Not just standing, but dancing. Like she's moving around. She's what I can't even mimic those dances. Um, I hope the people of Missouri force answers out of D.A. Patterson because this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Y'all, so many thoughts. So many thoughts. So Call Me Foot says Gypsy created her dating profile on December 9th of 2012. She was definitely already of age. Absolutely. Well, we all know that, it's just a matter of trying to dissect the lies and figure out what was what at when kind of thing and what she really would have been to what she was saying. Um, and it could very well be that she's picked this stuff up at VisionCon and that's the same dances that she uses. Yeah, she's not starving, not even a little. Well, now I'm gonna say this because this is another conversation I had on a whole nother topic elsewhere on being a DV survivor. Um, I was a DV survivor from my oldest daughter's biological father, and I never had marks because he was smart. But I was still a DV survivor, and I still lived through the trauma and the abuse, physical abuse and emotional abuse, which is still just as much. People seem to forget the emotional, mental, psychological abuse is still abuse and is harder to determine and harder to deal with because, you know, there's nothing physical like a bruise or a break. Um, so, you know, it's kind of hard to say she didn't have bruises, so she wasn't an abuse victim. She didn't have this, so she wasn't abused. Because there are times of abuse happening when there's no physical signs of it happening. So that I don't want to put out there because that's what will be argued. So, um, Pink Sand says, hugs to you, Karen and Brandy, and anyone else who had to suffer that. Thank you. Mine's been a very long time ago, and I have an amazing husband who has helped me overcome a lot of that. Um, he is absolutely a saint to deal with my ass. I ain't gonna lie. Um, but um, just she wasn't malnourished. When 1980 pointed that out the other day, I was like, wait, I never thought about that. And I looked really close at that. And then looking at that video where you can see the little pudge on the belly. And it's not a fat pudge, it's just a little pudge that you have because you ain't doing sit-ups and that kind. I had one. I had one. I weighed 105 pounds and had one thought I was fat. Look back now and go, can I have that fat back compared to this one? like, right. If she was malnourished, as they said, it would be showing signs. The belly would be more sunken. You would see the collarbones here would mine show, but they would be more pronounced. If she was malnourished, the bones up here and here on the shoulder, we would see there are signs of malnourishing that we would be seeing, and we do not see that in any of these videos. Any of them. We just don't. We just don't. I have a lot to digest, guys. A lot to digest. I do think there's a couple of this I want to clip and put together to point some things on the lines. Right. I don't even know what to make of it right now. Whew. Somebody asked me, what does it feel like to be on the truth train? Sucks. Kidding. I don't mean it that way. It's a lot to digest. For one, I don't hate her. And a lot of people that are on that side do. And it makes it easier for them to see these things and kind of go out of their way about her. Hey, Ella Moose says I'm honestly blown away. Me too. Oh, and I missed that comment there. Sorry about that. It kind of slipped in there real quick. Shocking. She said she knew her age. Yep. They had these videos. Guys. The DA had this stuff, and he didn't want to fight with it in trial. So we threw that 10-year plea deal out there. And look, here's the thing. What I fault Mike for is saying she was malnourished. What I don't fault him for is doing his job of getting his client the best deal possible. That's what his job was. His job was to save his client and get her the less time possible. And I'm sorry, if a DA throws you a deal of 10 years, you're jumping on it. That's where's the paperwork? Let's sign it right now before he changes his mind kind of thing. I don't fault him for that. Kirk Nurmi taught me that, and I used to not think that way. And Kirk Nurmi explained it to me, and it was like light bulb went off. I was like, makes sense. Everybody deserves an attorney and deserves a fair shot. Nick didn't have it. So Pink Sand says it sucks because we want a reason why Dee Dee was unalive. If she truly was abused, it would at least make sense. Not make it right, but you get my drift. Absolutely. Absolutely. And look, I'm not saying Dee Dee was a saint. I'm not, because I do think there was some psychological abuse there. I don't think it was to the extent we've always believed. It does, Alamos, but they will spin it even more. No, she doesn't. I agree with that. Call me Foot. I agree with that. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to call it a night, and I'm going to process all this. I got to start cooking tomorrow. I got candies because my kids insist they get their candies at Christmas. So I've got fudge and divinity and peanut butter balls. Something else I'm making. I don't remember what it was. Banana bread, something else. Got all that to get made. Yes, rebrand. There has to be accountability to the public as well. And that's what I said earlier. I don't think you were here yet. Had she come out the other day and put her letter up and said, I am horribly embarrassed by the things that are coming out. I know now how wrong I was. I should have never done any of that. XYZ. And I deeply apologize to everyone and moved on. I would have been up here looking at you guys and saying she's taking accountability. We have to give her that. She didn't do that. She started that way and then blamed it on Nick. And that's not okay. It just sucks. I'll have to watch that one. So, alrighty, I'm going to hop off of here. If I do not see any of you guys before Christmas, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a good time with your families and your loved ones and your friends and all of the things and make the memories. Have a good time. Be safe. Watch the crazies and don't be a crazy. So, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you so much for being here. Have a blessed week, and I'll see y'all around.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last.